Hi y'all, this is Larry at Deep South Texas. It's November the 8th and I need to get my cabbages and broccoli planted in the garden. I had hoped to have that done about the 1st of November, but some things got in the way and but I need to get them in now because this is Wednesday and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we're going to get rain, so I really want them in the ground. Most of them are looking pretty healthy. I started these from seed on October 1st. And then I up-potted them about the 21st of October. And so now for the last not quite 2 weeks, they've been out, they've in these pots, and I'm moving them from the porch to the sunshine during the day and letting them have as much sunshine as they can take. But today I need to get them in the ground. We have cabbages here, 9 of them, and we have broccoli. This is the Green Magic broccoli. There's 24 of those, so let's get them planted. So I've got 2 different kinds of cabbages here. There's Early Jersey and Flat Dutch. But they kind of got mixed up in the up-potting sequence, so I'm going to try to separate them. I don't think I'll be 100%, but it'll be close. And it really doesn't matter. Well, I've got my plants placed in the garden where I want to put them in the ground. Basically cabbages in this row here, broccoli in that row over there, some broccoli here behind me, and another bed of broccoli over there, and then some extra plants up over here. Anyway, let's start planting these. The soil was amended some time ago with some triple 13 fertilizer, and then I have put about 3 inches of compost on the top. So it should be in pretty good shape here. And there's our first cabbage. It's got a real nice root structure. So I think it's going to take right off. It probably won't even know it's been moved. Hey, I'm going to take off some of these bottom leaves. They just sort of encourage insects like roly-polies that I don't want to be feeding on my plants. And that looks pretty good. Let's move on to the second one. There we go. There it comes. Didn't want to come out. Again, we're going to take off some of these lower leaves. And get that planted in the garden. Well, I got a lot of planting to do. We'll get back to you when that's all done. In the meantime, while I'm planting, I have some shots of how I started these seeds and how they looked along the way. And so take a look at those, and we'll be back when we're all done planting. Hi y'all, this is Larry from Deep South Texas. We're here in my laundry room today, and we're going to start our winter garden. And for me, that means cabbages and broccoli. It's October 3rd. I usually try to start my cabbages and broccoli around October 1st, so I'm a couple days late, but not too bad. And I use these Arrow Garden seed starting setups to do that. Now, these weren't originally seed starters. They're like for having a kitchen garden where you grow some stuff in your kitchen and clip it off when you need it. But they make excellent seed starters, mainly because they come with these seed starting inserts. So there's like about 49 slots in here. And this one has like, I don't know, about 13, or maybe it's 23 slots in this one. So this was an add-on that I find extremely useful for starting seeds. So how you use these, you have these little sponges that you put in those slots and then drop the seeds in the holes in the top. Now to get started, the first thing we want to do is get these sponges wet. So I got a bowl here, throw the sponges in, and then pour some water in there. And about 15 or 20 minutes. Those sponges should have soaked up that water and be ready to use. So we'll set that aside, and then we want to fill the reservoirs up with water as well. So I'm using mill water. I've used my own city water in the past, but it's got a little chlorine in it. So I prefer to use this. And I don't have this filled all the way up just yet. Once we get the sponges in there and the seeds planted, we'll finish filling that up. So let me fill up the other one. So I've got them mostly filled. We'll have to add water once we get all the sponges put in and everything planted, but not too much. They're basically full now. And so I think the sponges are about ready. Let's start sticking them in. Now, I'm not going to use up every slot here, because I'm eventually going to take them out and plant them in cups when they get big enough. Let's see, I need at least 8, maybe 9 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we got 9 in this one, and that's where I'm going to plant the cabbages, and then I'm going to plant about 24 broccoli in the big one. So the first cabbage I'm going to plant are some early Jersey Wakefield cabbages. I'm only going to plant 4 of these, so I got plenty of seeds, and I've already set some out here, which you can't see. Let's adjust that down a little bit. I've already set some seeds down on this paper towel, and we just get a skewer wet, pick these seeds up one at a time, and deposit them and the hole in the sponge. And I think I'll put 2 seeds in each sponge, just in case my germination isn't too good, though I think it's going to be pretty good. But these seeds, I think, are 3 years old now. So, better safe than sorry. And then I've got some late flat Dutch cabbage. These grow a little bit bigger than the Jersey Wakefield, and we'll plant those in the rest of the sponges for the cabbage container. And now I'm just going to continue to add water until I get to the fill line, which you can't really see there, but I can see it. And we're there. So now, let's plug this in and get everything running here. Okay. The light comes on, select. So it's set the vegetables. You can select herbs, or just lights on all the time. We'll leave it at veggies. If it gets low on water, there's a little light that comes on right here that says you need to add water. And then every so often, there's a light here that will say to add nutrient. Now, when I'm starting my seeds, I'm just starting them in water. Once I start seeing sprouts come up, then I'll add nutrient at half strength. And the nutrient is just I just put a cupful of this bottle into the Aero Garden, and that's enough. So lasts a long time. The setting will go, the light will come on and off 12 to 18 hours. I'd have to go look at the instructions. So a certain amount of time for vegetables, and I think it's 12 hours, and herbs is a different time. But that's all there is to that. So my cabbages are going. And once every hour, the motor will kick on and feed more water to those sponges. Let's get the broccoli planted. It's a little bit different cycle. This machine's a little bit bigger and a little more complicated, I guess you might say. So for the broccoli, I'm using Green Magic broccoli. I really like this. It grows real well for me here in the Deep South. The broccoli seeds have been planted and the reservoir has been filled with water. Let's plug this in and get this garden started. So the first question it comes up and asks is, the power was off. So was the power off, or do you want to start a new garden? And I want to start a new garden. And the next question, it says, you want to do the quick plant? Okay. The current time is 4 p.m. Okay. Select the garden type. Okay. Lettuce, tomatoes, peppers, flowers, custom, seed starter. So that's what we're doing, seed starter. Confirm that we're doing a seed starting. You can use the grow anytime kits area. Okay, fine. Update your on and off time. Touch OK to set and advance. Okay. Come on at 8 o'clock a.m. That's okay. And we want it to go off, let's say at 8 o'clock p.m. Pour water to the fill line, which I've done. That's okay. Plant the seeds, which I've done. That's okay. Plant food. So it wants me to add plant food, but I'm not going to add plant food until I see some sprouts. Congratulations, your arrow garden is now ready to go. Touch OK. Nope, your pump will run 1 hour every 11 hours when in the germination mode. After 2 weeks, shifts to automatically to the best pump cycle for your planted garden. Touch OK to finish. Okay, and that's all there is to it. I will also lower the light because it does provide a little bit of heat to the garden. I guess maybe you can't see the top of the light right now, but there it is. Lower that light all the way down, and it does provide just a little bit of heat to the seeds. That this is room temperature, so they should be fine in any event. So we'll come back again and check these once we start seeing some sprouts. A couple of other plants I've started for my winter garden are broccoli, and these were started 3 days ago. So it looks like most of them have already sprouted. And then a few cabbages. And they're just starting to sprout as well. Again, 3 days ago. So the winter garden is well underway. And here is my green magic broccoli. My arrow garden is telling me I need to add plant food. Looks like everything has germinated, and we have true leaves on all of the plants. And here is the cabbage. It's also looking good, everything with true leaves. So let me get some plant food in each of these. Okay, so first I'm going to raise up this light so it's easier to add plant food and probably add water as well. And there's a little hole right here where we add it. And this is the plant food I'm adding to this big arrow garden. I'm going to put in 2 capfuls, and to the small arrow garden I'm going to put in 1. Here's a well-used bottle here. Got a little bit left in it. There's one cap full. And the other cap full. I'm going to go ahead and top this up with water. It doesn't say that it needs water yet, but it will be shortly. So. And then I'll do the same to the arrow garden with the cabbage. So we've added the plant food to the Green Magic broccoli. And then, I don't know if this is going to focus very well, but I hit OK once I've added the plant food. You can see we planted these seeds 15 days ago. So there's the progress on the broccoli in 15 days. And there's the progress on the cabbages in 15 days. And this arrow garden says I need to add water. So I'm going to add water to that one as well. And once we added the water, the add water light goes off. So we're good. While the seeds are sprouting, they really don't take very much water. But once they get their true leaves on, they start taking up a lot more water. And once they get big, they take up a lot of water. So probably you're adding water every day. But I'm going to leave them in here till I think they're ready to up pot. So I'll take them out at that time so it won't be too big a problem. And I'll transfer them into cups to grow out and to harden off before I put them in the garden. So also today I need to trim off. Some of them have 2 plants growing in. This one has got 3. I need to trim those off to the strongest start. So I'm going to do that now. So here are the trimmings. We'll throw those to the chickens. And I might get another seed or 2 to sprout here that hasn't sprouted yet before I get done. Oh, I see another one that I missed there. That little one right there. I'll get that too. But if I get more, I'll keep trimming it down to 1. I expect there'll be a couple, but not very many. So now I'll just push the lights down closer. Back down all the way. And push them back. And I'll be checking on them every day, but probably we'll get another shot of them in a week. So here are my broccoli and cabbage starts. This is the broccoli, Green Magic broccoli, and I planted these seeds 17 days ago. Probably in 4 or 5 days I will up pot these plants into potting soil and get them moved outside to begin the hardening off process, and then hopefully by the 1st of November they'll be ready to plant in those pots out there. It's been 21 days since we started the broccoli and the cabbage seeds in our arrow garden, and they have grown pretty well. It's now time to get these out of the arrow garden, put them in pots, and harden them off for the garden. And that's what we're doing today. So We have our pot from the Aero Garden out here. We have some paper cups, old paper cups I've been using for a long time. I've punched a couple holes in the bottom with a pencil, filled them up with potting soil, and then we're going to take and put a hole most of the way down the bottom of the cup. And then we're going to take our cabbage first we have, and pull it out of the Aero Garden. And just to show you the root system using the Aero Garden is just fantastic, which is why they seem to grow so well. And then we just punch our roots down in that hole. Set the whole cabbage in. And cover that hole with dirt. I need to give that a little bit more dirt around the top there. Now we'll give that a big drink of water, and it'll be outside here on the porch now. At night we'll take it off, put it on the porch to try to keep the wind off of it, and during the daytime, if it's not too windy, we'll move it out into the sunlight. So we'll do the rest of these, and then we'll get to the broccoli. And there are our cabbages all potted up. We've got 9 of them, 4 of the Jerseys and 5 of the Dutch, which is just exactly what I planted. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted this year. So we'll do the broccoli just the same way. So the broccoli and cabbage have been potted up into potting soil, and they've been given a good drink of water. And now we'll be moving them out into the sun a little bit each day until they get hardened off from the sun and the wind. So hopefully in a week to 10 days we'll be able to plant these into the garden. Well, I have them all planted. Here are the cabbages. Looking pretty. And the other set of barrels over there has the broccoli. They're also looking good. And I've got broccoli planted in other places. Let's take a look. There's more over here. And more over here. And even some leftovers over here, along with one leftover cabbage. So for the most part, our winter garden has been planted. The cabbage and the broccoli is in. The carrots are looking good. The peas are up. And the onions are looking good. The next thing to be planted will be the potatoes, but that won't happen till the end of December or January, beginning of January. So we're going to follow these all these plants every week or two, and keep an eye on what's going on. in the garden at Beach, South Texas. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it that thumbs up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.